there! Welcome to the break room. My name is Nanelle. In this room, we talk about insensitive social issues. So why don't you just join me?
Ghana girl say she want marry me yo. I hope say she sabi kukuwache. Hope your love go sweet past the sheet up. Baby girl, I say your body na killer oh. Oh, yeah, I get it tired of your body. Oh, only on your body. That girl for the corner, there's somebody made a call. I'm where see the wine now.
Alright, would you consider a man or woman's financial stability when dating him or her for marriage?
Yes. No.
No. It depends.
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I said it depends because sometimes, let's say if I'm getting married to, or if I'm dating a guy that's like the lazy type that doesn't want to work, you know, that don't want to like support himself or like do anything to gain money, then no. But if I'm the guy that's like, he's like actually trying, but he's not there yet, then yes, then I'm gonna be with him.
But you're talking about personality and effort.
Mm.
Now there's a lot of rich people
yeah.
who are very lazy. So I guess the question is
because
like,
Donald Trump's father gave him a small loan of how much
a small loan of $1 million.
A small loan, exactly. So it's like some people are rich because it just falls into their lap. So, you know.
Oh well, I think then I think I'm gonna go with no.
See, to me, this is what I'm thinking, right? As a man, we're always raised to provide for a woman. We're supposed to be there for her, you know, buy her all these things. So, like, society tells me that a woman's financial stability really shouldn't matter. But I guess in a sense, it should in a way because, you know, what guy always wants to pay for things? Like, when I go out to eat, it's not always that I want to pay for the dinners and stuff like that. Maybe she could say, hey, sweetie, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what guy wouldn't like a woman paying for his stuff every once in a while. But to say that, like, I put weight on that when I choose a girl, I can't say I do.
I feel like you're dating them for marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like you meet someone, you guys get into a relationship, you're starting to date, and it's getting to the point where like marriage is like imminent, you know, like marriage is like the next step. It's like what you guys have to look into.
Yeah.
And so it's like when I'm looking at you from my perspective as a possible husband, like I'm checking you off my list in a way.
Yeah.
Like, is he a godly man? Yes. Is he this? Yes. Is he that? Yes. But if I'm seeing, say, your financial situation is not set, of course, like if I know something else, that if you're trying or like if we're both making an effort and I see that you're making an effort, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to scratch you off my list. But the thing is, like, if like you've been working on it for a long time and it's still not getting anywhere, I'm not saying that it's gonna down everything, but I do consider it, like when thinking about, like when you're talking to someone about like your perfect guy or like your perfect husband. Someone who's financially stable is something that comes up in the list, like no matter what. So I'm not saying that I'm a gold digger and that's what, like if you don't have anything at all, then never, no. I'm saying that make sure that that's something that you're working on the side, because I mean this time of our lives, that's when we're supposed to be working on our everything, you know, including financial stability. So if I've been working for the past 5 years up until 25 or whenever I get married, and I see that you still have nothing going, and maybe you're like, you know, taking risks, you're trying your best, but it's like, again, when I'm talking about my perfect husband or like boyfriend or whatever, that is something that is present in the list of like what I expect a man to have.
I think I'm not, like, I would not get married. I want to get married to you until, like, I feel like you're stable. Because, like, okay, when I get married, I don't want to move into my parents' house. You know what I mean? I don't, no, yeah, like, I don't want to move into my parents' house. I don't want to go to your parents' basement. So I feel like before you get into the married thing, you have to prepare yourself. It's like, there's, like, a preparation before all this. So it's like, even when I say stability, I feel like at least we have a place to ourselves. At least we have some type of budget. Like, you know, okay, darling, this year we're going to be living off this. But I'm not about to get married to you and then we go and live in your parents' basements or like be feeding off.
Like, I'm not
you know what
following
I mean?
you around. I feel like right now, and it's hard to cut you off, but like the struggle years is right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like early 20s, a little bit mid-20s, that's what is like classified as like the struggle years. But I'm not marrying you and then we're really getting into the nitty-gritty. No. Like marrying you is when it's supposed to be like, you know, we've had time to like work on ourselves independently, including financially. So when we get married, you know, yeah, it's still gonna be a struggle, but like that's when we should be able to also fall back, because we know said where two or more are gathered, no, God is there. So like financially too, God is present, and like we're gonna be on the come up. Like that's what I want to see my marriage anyway.
Alright, so let me ask you this, right? Because both of you were saying, okay, if he doesn't have it now, if he works towards it, then yeah, something should work out. So we're in our mid-20s, okay? The guy doesn't have a job. He's hustling out in the streets. Well, not just drugs, but he's hustling, like selling t-shirts, flipping, making small money. He's not stable right now. Are you like still gonna approach him, or are you gonna look for somebody who has a house, a car, and...
I feel like, okay, so you know how you guys said the whole thing about the personality also comes in?
Yeah.
Sometimes when, I feel like life is so weird, because sometimes when you see a guy like that in the street, or like some guy that's hustling, and you have your money, sometimes they can use you. You feel me? Like if you go approach them, okay, she got her money, she loves me, let me use her. But I feel like if I meet you at that stage, it also comes with the personality. Sometimes you may not know, but then I feel like it's all about like marriage too. Like I would not marry you until we get things sorted out. Cause I
See,
personally.
that's not because like okay.
You said.
She said, I'm not even sure what you said. It's not fair. If we're gonna be honest, let's be totally honest, right? Each of you ladies here will not approach a guy who doesn't have a car, who's not financially stable, rather than approaching a guy who has a car, who has a job, looks like he has a future.
I mean,
Like you won't even give the.
I feel like
let
me oppose because my like first relationship or whatever, I was the one who had the car. Like I was teaching my boyfriend how to drive. Like I was making sure like he was good and set to go. So you know, I feel like that's always not true. Like at a certain extent, especially like age now, like 16 or like 20 or whatever. Not everybody's gonna have the car. Not everybody's gonna, you know, have the means to go out and get their license and do this and do that. So I feel like you kind of have to consider like what they're doing socially as a matter of like what they're doing financially. So socially, you know, you got a dude who's like, you know, he can't get on his feet, do this and do that, but yeah, he's going back with his homies, you know, smoking weed every like 2 weeks or whatever. You know, just like where that money is going and like, you know.
So you're saying there's correlation between being financially stable and, you know, his social agenda or whatever.
Yeah, just his motivation and like his energy and what he's putting it into. Like,
yeah, that's what I was saying about like somebody being lazy, like not doing anything. Like for instance, I would like, okay, I feel like it depends. Like mine would go, okay, he's cute, like, you know, like no, seriously, like you're not gonna approach somebody, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like he's cute or like he shows some type of interest, because sometimes I feel like I was saying, somebody can use you. So if I'm putting my money into like your business, I will help you, okay, for us to be stable. But there's no way in the sense of me helping you and like I'm not gaining anything from it, or like you're not benefit from it, or like you're not reaping out of it. I'm not gonna marry you if you're still not stable.
But why should a benefit be just like finance? If you're able to provide for him and you get love out of it, why do you need something like that?
But the thing is, I feel like you mentioned that someone is on the street selling t-shirts or whatever.
Yeah.
Like for me, I know said there are some careers that lead to like, or that socially, some careers that kind of like lead to success in our minds, I guess, and also in reality as well. So I feel like if your dream, like selling t-shirts, maybe you want to be a fashion designer, right? And you're just not there yet. I feel like looking at your dream and the push you put behind it, then I feel like that's entirely different. I'm gonna be with you 100%. But I feel like if whatever you are hustling isn't something, like you don't have like a set goal, you know what I mean? Like you're just out there trying to make quick money and all that stuff, then I feel like there's no way that I'm gonna look at you as like a possible candidate. Because I feel like as much drive as I have towards my success as an individual, you should have the same for yourself. Because if you don't have yourself together, how are you gonna have us together as a couple?
But see, like you guys are all talking about his drive, his passion. But the question was like, would you marry somebody who's not financially stable?
No.
So then,
no.
What was the question?
No, I'm saying like no, I will not marry him because okay, you guys were talking about you guys were talking about love, right? When we have a marriage vows and all that, we go home. It's not love that's gonna pay the bills. It's not love that's gonna do the groceries. No, seriously. It's not love that when we give birth is gonna put clothes on the kids. It's not love that's gonna pay the water bills. Like I feel like
but if
love comes in, but then
if you have the money to do it, then why? Like,
no, but my money is not enough. It's two of us. My money is enough for me.
Let's say this.
But when it's the two of us, I'm about to be feeding you like
Let's say your money is
It
enough.
depends.
Let's say your money is enough and you're able to provide for both of us.
He's still no. I feel like he's gonna get lazy. He's gonna get lazy because he knows the money is there. No.
You said you're looking for his ambition.
No.
Now I feel like I would marry someone who's financially unstable. I would.
You would.
Yes.
Because
I
like,
would.
As long as he has ambition, right?
yeah, if he's like, oh, my wife loves me, like he like she does whatever like I need, like his love will be all on you.
But
It's like no, it's like literally like it's like I feel like my dad's like man like doesn't really care like about money as much as how like they see like their wife treat them. Cause like it doesn't matter like if you have money, if you don't treat your husband right, you will see him with somebody else.
Okay. I think. Remember when I said it depends? I feel like the personality that's coming. I'm gonna use. You guys heard of Tiwa Savage, right? I always like hers. Always pop in my mind. She's sweet. She's loving. She talked about how her husband didn't really have much, you know, and she was like the head, and she was the one making the income, and he was stealing from her because he feels intimidated by her, like, you know, she's making all the money and da da da. So I feel like if we are not equal, but at least something is there, because I don't want you to steal from me, because I feel like when it comes to guys, like when you feel like somebody's getting money more than you, or like, you know, sometimes it can come to a point where you feel like, okay, like I'm the man, I'm supposed to be the head of the house, and here goes my woman doing this and doing that. Like I feel like when there's money, the lady becomes sometimes bossy a little bit. Like, you know,
that's the issue, because women, like, if a
Takes
woman feels
pride.
like they're providing for the man,
It
they won't
takes
feel like
pride.
it's a man.
see, that's what I don't want, because I know,
So that's the whole point.
I'm human. Like when it gets there, if I'm the one providing,
Yeah.
it's gonna get to my head. I'm gonna see, no matter how much I love, I'm gonna see like, okay, well, I'm the one putting on the foot on the table. You can't complain. I'm the one paying the bills. You can't complain. But I feel like if you're on the same page, you know, if you're on the same page where you're making something, a little, $1, I don't care. Like making something, not like $1, but you know what I mean. Something to pay the bills. But if you're making a little, I know that even if I'm making more than you, you're still like, you know, you're still putting an effort into it. But if it's like all me, I'm gonna get bossy. Like I'm gonna be like, I pay the bills. Like if I go to work and I come late, why are you late? I'm making money for us. You know, something like that. Like that's me personally.
But would you like it if the position was switched?
Yeah.
If he was making more and he was bossy towards you?
No, but okay.
Then he
see,
came home and was like,
that's what I'm saying.
I
that-
make more money
No,
than you.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That I would get married to somebody that it's like we're not all equal, but like we're on the same page. You can find. No.
You can never be
You
on the
can never-
same
you can
level.
No, see, but I will not get married. That's the thing. I will not get married to somebody when I don't have my money. Like I have it, you have it. We're all coming in with our things, because
It's
if
never,
I have my
it's
money,
not the same money.
okay, see, it will not be the same, but at least we're coming in with something. I'm not gonna get married to somebody and not coming in with money. Like you said, if it's switched, I'm gonna make sure I have my money. Like I'm gonna make sure I'm stable. That's one of the things I want to do before I get married. Like
Yeah, so-
I want to make sure I'm financially
so you can be,
stable,
like,
so I know what I'm
independent.
going for. Like no matter what you set your mind to, you can find it. Like I'm not gonna go. What are you gonna say?
So do you care if he makes more than you or not?
I don't care.
So
But
if
as
he
long
makes
as
30,000 and he makes 100,000 and he can live off his 30,000, but majority of the bills go to you because you can pay most of it.
I mean,
Does that matter or no?
But at least he still puts money into it, right?
So it
we're
doesn't
talking
matter.
about like
paying for the little bills that he
yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as we all chip in here and there, where it's not like one person, like my husband is the only one paying the bills. Because even then, I'll be scared to go and ask him, oh baby, can I get money to go and buy a dress? Can I get money to go and? I'll feel like a little girl running to him all the time.
Okay.
But if we have like we chip in here and there. That's why when they get married, they have an account. We all chip in here and there. It's not gonna be all about my money. You're gonna be chipping in there too. If it's $1, $2, $3, you're gonna be chipping in. I'm not the only one gonna be having the money, and then you'll be driving with my gas in the car. No.
Okay.
See, that's
Okay. What if you meet him at a point where you guys are the same, right? And he helps you get to a certain point, reach your goals,
And then
while
he
he's
goes
still
down.
there. Would you still feel the same?
But see, see what you said. I met him when he was there.
No, when you guys were both unstable,
Like,
and he helped
We
you.
helped
He
you.
helped you.
See, I feel like that
become
situation
stable.
is
He
different
brought you
now.
up.
Really,
It's
and then
impossible.
it's time to build him up.
Yeah.
Like, we're done
No,
taking
that's
care
what I'm
of
saying.
you.
Like, I feel like it all goes with the personality. Because sometimes you meet somebody that, like, you know, you help them up. And when they get out there, they'll forget about you. So I feel like it's still.
This is
Yeah.
a marriage.
No, it's not.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah. So when some people get married and like we're all poor and
Then
they
it's
get.
not love.
No,
That's what I'm saying. Personality also counts in it.
You guys are the same. You just
Yeah.
said
I guess what you're
Okay.
saying,
But the man
two people
helped you
aren't
get
equally
up.
in love. Like,
in the marriage.
Like
No,
let's say you
no.
want to be something, he keeps providing.
And
Like
how
with
do
his
you-
small
What
money.
did you say? He was
No,
providing.
he keeps like let's say you guys are both
Same-
making
same.
both making minimum wage, right? And you have dreams and aspirations, and he's sacrificing his income.
He's dropping out of school.
Yes.
he's doing all this
See,
stuff,
he
so
is
it's
still
like-
chipping in. So when I get my money, I don't care. You don't understand. As long
not
as
true,
she's
because
putting the
if
money
you-
in.
No, but I think
As long as she's
But-
putting the money in.
one thing you're not
You're
understanding
up
is
there
the
now.
time. You
You're
feel
up
me?
there now.
Like
and
you
he's
guys
still
are
down here.
both slow.
You guys are both.
Okay, I'm
low.
gonna help him get up.
But, okay, so
Just I have the money now.
But what if at that point in life, let's say he's like 35, like he's basically let's say he's like 55, he's old.
And he's giving up.
Okay, I feel like as the time goes on, we're gonna talk about it. Like we're gonna have at that age, like you said, like 55 or something. There's still love. There's some type of understanding there. But I'm talking about dating for marriage, like freshly. We're going into this forever. Like we're going into this new. Like we're entering new. Like you have to be somewhere, and I have to be somewhere. Like you said, we were all the same, right? And then we got. Either I went up or he went up. So again, when we're studying, we were all the same. Not either down. We have to be somewhere. I don't care if like you're a little bit past me, but at least you have to have something. Come on now, like you have to be able to chip in here or there. Like my money's not gonna be our wedding is not always gonna be my money. Like okay, I'm gonna pay for the wedding. You don't have to have a big wedding anyways. I'm gonna pay for the wedding and I have to pay for the house. I have to pay for the car. Come on. It makes like sometimes I feel like when some issue coming like that, like if you forget about the love, man, like you're doing all this. At least if he makes like $1, $2, come on. I'm not gonna get married to a guy that it depends if he's waiting for a job, you know what I mean? But like you said, social life comes in. I'm not gonna get married to a guy that like, is
Sitting
lazy.
around.
Like, huh?
But the thing is, maybe you don't know until you marry
Okay.
him, and then you
Let's
find
do a
out
different
those
situation.
qualities.
But he changed
He's
his
a hustler in the
situation,
streets,
Yeah.
and you guys are together, boyfriend, and he's taking you out. The money, the little money he gets, and he's supporting you with your dreams, and you
Hustling.
become
What
big.
is he hustling though? You have to take that into
T-shirts.
yeah, what's he pushing?
T-shirts.
He's flipping
He's pushing
t-shirts.
I for one.
He's
Like
pushing T-shirts. Let's say he makes
So he's a
like
fashion designer.
no, not fashion designer. Legit fashion T-shirts. Like on the streets, like near
That makes
Western
it sound
Union.
better, bro.
He's near Western Union pushing T-shirts.
So people say she-shirts, at least he has a vendor's license.
Yeah,
He has some
okay.
type of accreditation. So
You
that's
got to
good.
think into it.
That's what I'm saying. He got something.
He's pushing T-shirts.
I know, come on. No.
There's no way a girl would
So
choose
then what's
before
his
God
main
over
hustle
rich
though?
guy.
If pushing t-shirts is a side hustle, what's his main hustle? I feel like as long as you
He
have
has
a
no
main
hustle.
hustle
Yeah, he
going,
has no
hustle.
That's
No,
what
can
hurts
I-
for
can I
me.
set a scenario?
no, but listen though, you have to be a human with a purpose.
Can I set a
That's how I
scenario?
feel.
Can I set a
That's
scenario?
your main hustle.
Can I say a
Burning his
scenario?
side hustle is t-shirts.
No, but okay, you for example,
Can he say-
what's your mission in life? Like what is it? What are you studying? What is it that you want to do? Like
I just
Steven.
want to be the best in everything I'm able to set my mind in.
Okay, but what are you
Let's say
studying in
that.
college right now?
All right, so let's go with marketing and statistics.
Okay.
So right now I got a job.
Mhm.
All right, I'm working at Chase. I'm in a department where once I get my degree, I'm able to level up easily.
Mhm.
Let's say for some reason I'm not able to finish college. Like you meet me right now, and you're like, okay, this guy has a future. Let's say for some reason I'm not able to finish college. I go to the military. I come back. I'm not able to find a job. On the other hand, have somebody who was at the same level as I was, and now he's made it. He's rich. Are you gonna tell me you're gonna stay with me over him or what?
If
Like you
I
said,
love
love.
you,
Yeah.
like I feel like
Woman,
if
you guys don't
morally,
love
if
for
your
as long
value,
as you guys.
So you feel like we
No,
fall in
no.
love with money? Is that like, do you think we
No,
fall in love with the
if
money that you
I'm
have?
able to provide for you, I feel like you would never let you. Like,
no,
you
but
know,
you mentioned before that women are
That's how you guys
emotionally
were
weak,
trying to
right?
make
You
it
guys
easy.
mentioned that
that's what I'm
fact
saying. You're
before.
emotionally weak because of that. Because this guy's
Emotionally
buying
weak,
so many
emotionally weak, but
stuff.
you would think
I love
so
it.
He can
emotionally.
support me in
No,
marriage. He can
no,
support
That's
me.
where the
No.
faithfulness comes in. Like,
No,
if you're,
exactly.
So you're telling me if a
you're doing
guy
what you're
can
supposed to do,
roll
you're
up to
treating
your house
women
and
right.
make
It does not matter.
Right now,
If
if
the-
that
No,
job-
it does
and
not
I can't even
matter.
drive you,
I would
But I
go
can't.
to that guy that
you
can
would go to that guy. Be realistic.
You are not way all the way broke though.
Let's be real. Let's be real here. The
No,
man-
yeah,
that's not her. Okay, that's what you said. No, that's what you said. Like when I met him, he got everything set. So at least I know he has the potential. He has the mindset to get something. You guys want to
Wait, Steven, wait, right? Again, throwing out what he just said, right? Degree in marketing, unable to finish, goes to military, comes back, can't find a job. Another guy went through the education, has a successful job, buying the girlfriend everything. I feel like if I have been with you from the beginning, you guys mentioned that you think from your perspective that women are emotionally weak, right? And then Georgina brought up the fact of like birth and connecting with like the baby and all that stuff. I would feel like that would make a woman emotionally stronger. And I feel like when you come up with like the idea of someone purchasing things for a woman and like a woman easily moving towards that person, that means like your girlfriend was superficial from the beginning.
If the guy can roll up to your house whenever you call him,
Porsche car,
can roll up to your house whenever you call him, right now I'm at home, I can't come to you, and I can only see you, let's say, once a month because I don't have a car.
You ride the bus.
That's where the love feels.
How do you express love? How do you express love?
Take the quarter bus. What the heck?
How do you express love?
No, you will not love somebody who's riding the bus who.
How do you express love?
That's not true.
You say you want to spoil her, like you want to buy her whatever you want to buy her. I'm not talking about spoiling me and buying me clothes. My friend, I'm talking about paying for the bills. If you want to spoil me by paying for the bills, oh yeah, want to spoil me.
But now he can't. But now he can't. He went to the army. He can't.
No. Listen. I feel like it's you guys are a team, right? To me, like marriage, like I only want to be married once. Marriage is a lifelong journey. Marriage, that person is your life partner. You guys are taking on the world together, like spiritually, emotionally, physically, everything, financially. So I feel like if I meet you, right, and then we both meet in college or whatever, we both have a mutual, understanding of life and like pursuing our goals and our visions or whatever, and then you aren't able to finish by any means but I am, and then we get married I feel like, so what? Like right now I have the bands, I have the money, it's all good in the hood. Like I'm gonna deal with what I can do and still try my best to support you. I feel like marriage, the struggle is what makes marriage strong.
That's my whole point. So then, so a man who's not financially stable shouldn't matter then.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and I went back in my word a long time ago.
Okay.
I went back in I said that. Don't give up on me. It's her.
Exactly what I'm saying. If you're able to work together.
First, I said it depends, right? And then you guys butt it in, and I'm like, you guys are like personality or whatever. And I'm saying that as long as you can pay the bills, something. If you can't pay the bill, you still. No. I'm not gonna get kicked. Okay, listen. That's why you guys are like, personality comes in and whatnot. If I can trust you with my money, if I can trust that, you're not gonna work. Plus, you can never know. See how somebody didn't know the husband was gonna cheat on her with money and all that?
That's where the trust comes in.
Hey, at that point, is it your money if you got her one?
Comes in.
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it your money?
It's my money.
Is it our money? If you guys are one now, isn't it our money? Our money. Yeah. So he should be able to access it anytime he wants.
Because
No. First off, if it's my money, we're not getting married until we have our money. That's what I'm saying. How does that come out? We're not getting married. That's what I'm saying. You have to chip. If you're chipping $1 and I'm chipping in $10, it's our money. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Well, you married.
So it's like my money until you put anything.
So you're telling me?
No, like we're not gonna get married. Like, we're not gonna get married until we're both stable. Until we all know who we are. Until we all know we're ready to face this. Like until you're stable enough to chip in here and there. Trust me, it's gonna get really tiring. Let's say for 30 years or like for 10 years, 6 years. I'm the only one paying the bills and all that. Like it's gonna get really tiring. I'm gonna get busted.
If you're able to, why does it matter?
No, that's why I said. No. I can do it for me. I can do it
for us.
No. Listen, that's what I'm saying. I will not get married until I know we're both stable. I can take care of myself. Until we can take care of ourselves, we're not getting married. Until we are stable,
you have the ability to compromise.
Yes. Yes.
So then you're gonna sign a prenup.
We're gonna have to sign it because
I think I'll do it.
Yeah.
No. But I won't get married. I won't get married until I see it's right. Like,
wait. So would you guys sign a prenup before getting married?
No.
No.
Why?
No, listen. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't get my point
If
though.
there's no trust in the between us, I'm never gonna marry you.
Exactly.
No, but you guys, I feel like that's okay. Listen, get into the marriage stuff. I'm talking about marriage. If we're dating, fine, you can. Until we get married, marriage is like a whole big thing. That's what you guys have to understand. We're gonna give birth. We're gonna
towards marriage.
No, listen. No, we're going towards marriage. We're still working on ourselves, though. That's what I'm saying. Before we get married.
So how long will you wait for?
It's not how long. We make sure that we're gonna make something work, bro. We're gonna do something. As soon as even if you work in McDonald's cry, I don't care. Like, let's go. You're still making something. Okay. But you can't just, even if you're home, even if you don't have a job, I will create a job for you. Like, I will do my own job. I want you to have something. Because I feel like with men sometimes when they have a job, it's their pride. Like, you know, if a man can't provide for you, he feels like, look, I don't want my husband to be coming home and feeling like, oh, I can't take care of my wife. He's like in the corner and it'll be pushing me. Like, no, I want you to man up. Just because I am making the most money or I'm paying for the bills, I don't want you to click out somewhere. Like, you gotta make $8 I don't care.
That brings us to the next question then. Why does that determine, why does that make a man a man? Him being able to
ask a man. Why do you guys want women to be a man? Ask a man.
That way.
Ask a man.
I feel like society has just set that social standard, and especially being African, especially being African.
So you're saying a man is a man if he has a lot of money?
No.
No, you have to
the thing is, like, you would have to answer that question for yourself. You feel me?
I wanna know what you guys think.
Okay, for me, right?
Yeah.
Socially, as an African woman, as a Ghanaian, as an Ashanti, specifically, exactly. My thing is, like, for me, even growing up, I remember my brother and I remember when we were growing up, my father would send us teddy bears from America, right? Princess Teddy Bear would always be a doctor, mine would always be a nurse. You see what I'm saying? Prince and my brothers could always go, and my cousins could always go play soccer. But they were like, Claudia, no, stay home, cook, learn how to cook, wash dishes. They would literally roam around and I'd be at home. You feel me? Yeah. So, like, society has created this standard, right? That men go outside to seek, to work, and then come back with whatever that they can have. Whereas the woman stays home and nurtures and cooks. So for a long time now, if a man can't bring in the money, or if a man, even in the olden days, can't go to the bush and bring back a kusie or whatever.
So he's not a man?
That's what it has been.
It's not us who made it, so it was God.
Okay.
No, listen. Adam and Eve, when the thing when they were tricked, what did God say? He said the man will work and the female will what?
Yeah.
Will bear a child. And then it's up to you. We didn't do anything.
I feel like at a certain point in marriage, like, a man is gonna have to be the one to just, like, hold it down, because like, men can't take maternity leave. Like, what happens when your wife has the child and you're left to provide for all the bills, and she's sitting home, you know, taking leave to take care of the baby?
Okay,
Like, like, the man has to be like that.
No, maternity leave is limited. I have something to say. Okay. What if, like, he's doing all that, holding it down, and you know, with the kids and everything, doing all that he can, but he's not really financially stable? Does that count?
No, you can't tell me if you try hard, you're not gonna get something. At least you're making like $1 or something.
He's still being a father and everything. Would that count? He's still being a father.
No. Okay, you guys be honest. If you don't have no type of money, right, and you're married and your wife is making all that money, how is that gonna make you feel?
I'm gonna feel like a.
I'll be like, hey,
Listen, I feel like around that time you're gonna trip about every single thing. You're gonna feel like I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna, like, you know, cheat on you, like somebody with money or something. I feel like you're gonna feel small of yourself. Like, I don't want my husband sitting there and feeling like, oh my God, I can't provide for my woman. Even if you can buy me slippers, like, even toilet roll, I don't care. You make $1, something. You can go to the dollar store, buy me candy. I don't care. Like, as soon as you're doing something, right?
Yeah.
It's just about
the moral story
is
pretty much date a person that you know has goals first before you actually get to the marriage step. Date a person that you know has their life together from the beginning. When you're
Can build a life together.
My enjoyment go kill 'em. Baby girl, you bad, girl, the way you whine. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand over